I don't know, but you may also be a person that's like always seeking for information, for motivation, for ways to have someone give you the answers that you need. Well, what if I told you that you already have the answers and it's just a matter of formulating your own secret formula of success, which is what this video is about. Often like to think of my big projects like in terms of one day I'll do this, one day I'll do that, and once I start moving and getting some momentum going, I find myself just realizing that I'm an imposter. I don't have the skills, I don't have this, I don't have that, I don't have the tools, I don't have the personality, X, Y, and Z. And that has often led me to, again, stop and not think about continuing and getting better at something, which is really sad because I think we all have really, really great skills, and we all have gone through experiences in our lives that has really shaped us to who we are. And I think because we are so tunnel vision into the future, we forget about reflecting in the past and thinking about all the accomplishments and all the learning experiences that we have done in the past. And so all to say is that we really need to dig deep, not even dig deep, but really think about, okay, what are some skills that I already possess? What are some achievements that I've already possessed? And how can I use that to leverage my next goal or next project? Which then leads me to the book Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins. And just a little prefix or just a little bit about the book. It is a really good read. Like, David Goggins is known to be just like very extreme with his goals and very like just very harsh with like motivation, like just do it, right? Like, he's a very influential like motivator because he has done very hard stuff. And in his book, he describes all of that. He describes his errors, his deepest, darkest like struggles, like from childhood up until, X, Y, and Z thing that he has done. And in the book, he has done so many great things. I think one notable example of David Goggins like just mindset and work is one of his examples that kind of wraps up into what I'm talking about here, but is his cookie jar example. In his cookie jar example, let's just set the scene. He is at this point has lost 100 pounds. He has gone through Navy SEAL training. He has failed it once, and so he has gone back and did it again and gone through what they call Hell Week, which is like the most extreme training ever. He has done it twice at this stage, and he is very much kind of already like, wow, I can do impossible things. So then he signs up for the San Diego one-day race, which is essentially an 100-mile race. And that is like something that he was like, oh, I'm gonna do it, and no preparation, no nutrition, kind of just goes in with it, like just on some random day, like, yeah, I'm gonna just do this thing. And it's incredible because he goes to it, he's obviously not prepared, but he realizes that it's really, really hard. It's really, really challenging. And towards the end, he's like, I'm not gonna make it. There's no way. Like, Mind you though too, in the book he describes all the painful, like gruesome things that are going on in his body, like in terms of blisters, and it gets very detailed. But he's at the point where he's giving up, and then he thinks back, remembers his mom, and growing up in poverty, growing up in an abusive home, and realizing that his mom did the best to try to raise him and try to provide for him. One of the things that he had enjoyed as a child is essentially reaching into the famous cookie jar, which is like this cookie jar that his mom would buy cookies every week, and different cookies, and then just put them in the cookie jar. So his joy was going in, reaching for a cookie, and then being amazed at like what cookie he got. That led to this metaphor like concept, which he then thinks and talks about like, oh, I very much have my own list of cookies that I am very proud of, and that bring me joy, that bring me excitement, and that shows that I can overcome these challenges, especially the one that he was currently in, and that he can do really hard things. And I thought, and of course he gets fueled, he gets motivated by like, yeah, I am this essentially like BA that can do really, really hard things. And I guess it made me realize how important and powerful reflection is, one, and then kind of like how easy it is for us to get into these negative mindsets and frameworks and kind of conversations within our head, and thinking like, oh, I can't do this, there's no way, when in reality, if we look back again, we have done really amazing things. And so I really enjoyed this example, and I want to take it one step further, and I challenge you as well to take it one step further and reflect on all this past situations, achievements, obstacles, and to ask yourself, how did you achieve these things? Like, what was it that made you get your driver's license, that made you get that certificate or that diploma? Or what was it that made you in the past as well, if you want to go into health and wellness, like how did I in the past lose 5 pounds, 10 pounds, 30 pounds? Like, you know yourself the best, and you already have it within you to create your own path for success. And so knowing those patterns, knowing those steps and processes that you have taken will then show you that formula of success that you need in order to conquer your next big challenge, your next big goal, and really not only motivate yourself, but also realize that you already have it within you to take these really big projects and steps into the next level. So I hope that you were able to reflect and also not only just listen to me, but also just see how you can apply some of these things, and maybe even check out the book and really dive deep into like continuing to like challenge ourselves in such a it's so easy to be comfortable. It's so easy to like not push ourselves out of discomfort and just be okay with the comfortness of it all. But I really challenge you to go for whatever you want to pursue, and regardless, you will learn something. You will be inspired to pivot if you need to, and you make our life is so precious, and I think we have to do the best that we can to kind of make the most out of it. And so yeah, I hope you have a really good day, and that was it. Bye.